Hey friends, of course, that makes total sense. Anyway, hi friends, welcome back. I am Wicked Crafty Mom, and this is my channel, Wicked Crafty Mom, also April. Okay, it's been a minute. It's been quite a while actually, hasn't it? Trying to figure out what to do with my cord. Yeah, there we go. Okay. And I don't actually know how much time I've got available on this, so if my video cuts off too soon, you may never see this video in the first place. But if it doesn't, you may not see a whole video because I don't know what my phone's gonna do. Okay, so today I am making these little booklets. Oops, I'll set my timer. Start. Okay, set my timer. Anyway, so I've been making these little books to put in journals. And I'm going to make some more today. So we'll take a quick walk through this one. This was an exchange with Liz for a day. I've just got some accents here and a place to put a title. And what I'm using is scraps. I am busting out book pages. I am using scraps. So each of these notebooks has 12 pages to write on. But I use book pages. I should probably make sure there's no naughty words in them. But I don't think there are. So I've been trying to keep an eye out, but yeah, so anyway, so there are those. So I just put 3 pages in each side, which gives you 12 writing surfaces, which is not bad for this little book. And you can take it with you, to keep track of notes, or you can tuck it in a pocket. You can put it in a journal. Here's another one that I made. This one, definitely scraps, right? This is some of my jelly printed paper. That was fun. I'll have to do that again super soon because I have a bunch more stencils now. So, but this is also just on book page. And then I use book page on the back and just a little decoration on this one on the back. And this one, I'm intending it to be used this way, but you can use it however you want if you were to end up with it. Or if you were to make one, you could make it so that it's like this. Alright, and this is just coffee dyed and avocado dyed notebook paper. So, there's another one. And look how, they're so different. Even though I'm using book pages and scraps. This, I just glued it right on, directly onto the book page that I was using. Here's this one. This one's got, oops, this is the right side up. I only know that because the butterfly is right side up. So, this is a collage page, just scrapbook paper, and again, notebook paper dyed, like lined school paper. Here's some coffee dyed paper, and I just inked them up in fun different colors because I've got my inks over here, because my inks are actually right here, and I've got stamps here also. Whoop. They're higher because I reorganized stuff again, and my dining room is still a dining room. It's crazy. None of us know what to do about it. This is peeling up a little bit, so I'll just go back and glue it. But this is same technique. Glue them on, cut around them. Look, a cover. Notebook papers and avocado dyed papers And these all have 12 pages in them. So that's what we're going to make. So that's why I have this. Okay. This is, I'll show you this in a minute. These are some papers that I already had cut out, so I'm going to use these in it. And I've got, these are just book pages from my glue book, which is over here. I'm going to move this out of the way because it's in the way. In the way. All right. So I've just got 4 pieces of book page, and that's all I start with. Okay. I'm moving stuff around because I don't know why I reorganize stuff, but I don't like it when it's not where it's supposed to be. All right, and so this is just a collage page I had done in greens, so we'll use it. So the first thing I do, I've been using these other ones as kind of guides. They're about, it's about, I don't know, 1.5 inches. Yeah, almost 2 inches. Just kidding. So it's almost 2 inches that I cut off. But that's about the right size. And it's the same height. Nope, I should be doing this a little bit. Let's do it a little bit bigger. Just a touch bigger. There we go. Yeah, that's better. Okay. That's more like 1.5 inches. I'm not doing them with specific measurements, obviously. Okay. Lining up the straight side. Now I just use this. Here, I'm going to put this over here for a minute. Now I just use this one. Oop. And my bone folder. There. And then I'm just going to, whoops. I'm going to line it up with the straight edge because I've used the not straight edge, the one that you pull from the tear out of the book, and that side is crooked sometimes, right? Go figure. I'm going to be periodically, whoops, you know what I did wrong? I didn't need that folded there. All right, we're still going strong. Okay. I didn't need that one folded there. Which is fine, because I'm going to have these in words. I'm going to have these in a book so you won't see the folds. Okay. This is where I went wrong. I'll show you. This is the cover. Here's the cover. This is my scrap mess, but I've been periodically cleaning it out, and I will do that again soon. Okay, so this is the cover. That's where this is the problem. So this is the cover. It's bigger. So now I need obviously smaller pieces for my pages. So let's try this first crease again, because this may actually be almost what I need. Look at that, it is. Okay, so if I fold it there, where I did originally, then I'll get my straight edge, silly. Then I'll get my things folded where I need them. Ah! I'm under attack. Okay. You stay here, cover. Right there, where I can see you. Oh, they're doing street cleaning on my road. So, enjoy that, I guess. If you can hear it. And there's a truck going by with their brakes on, because why not? Why not? I live on a busy road. And people do not attempt to be quiet on my road. Okay. Got my ruler. Got my attack paper. It's fearless. It attacks without command. Okay. 1, 2, Two. Okay. And the street cleaner goes by. Okay. There's that. Now the other thing that I've learned is if you, now that I'm done measuring stuff, I don't want the straight edge. So I'm going to get rid of it because I need to measure, I need to cut this down anyway. So I'm just going to tear it at the words because I know that that's where the words start, the margin. That's the word. At the margin. That way, my papers fit nicely inside, and they fit nicely inside. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Go. All right. Here's this. Okay, and they fit nicely inside. It's a little closer to the edge than I want, but it's fine. Whoops. Than I wanted, but it's fine. All right, so now we're going to work on the cover because I've got my pages. They're right there. Now, I'm going to take my collage page and I'm going to put it like this. I'm going to take my ruler and put it over here. All right, so what I've been doing is just kind of gluing half and then putting it on and then gluing the other half. And that is because trying to glue it all at once and then having it flop around because of the crease in the middle is kind of, it's just too much for me. It's too hard. Okay. So there's that. Take my card out. Do that. Now we're gonna fold it and glue it. And today I'm using Elmer's Craft Bond extra strength, and we'll see how this stuff holds up. So far I'm really digging it. It's nice and tacky. Seems to hold pretty well. So I don't know how much this stuff costs either, but here's the thing, I found a bunch of glue sticks when I was cleaning, so I'm gonna use them. All right, now I'm just cutting around the paper. Okay, so I'll keep updating you as I go on what I'm doing when I remember, but we have a couple of things to talk about because it's been forever. Okay, so let's see. We have an 18-year-old in the house who's graduating high school next week, which is absolutely crazy to me because I remember when he was 4 and little, and now he's giant and graduating, and it's weird. All right, I am going to be putting down washi tape. I've been using washi tape. So that is going to help this issue that I'm having right now, which is the one where everything peels up at the crease. Okay. There's that. Okay. Now it looks like a cover-ish. Ah. Sorry, my face just got really itchy. All right, I got new glasses. That's another thing that happened. Okay. Now I'm going to look for something to put on the inside. I could, hypothetically, use this. Well, I can't hypothetically use this because it doesn't literally fit. Okay. So, that's out. this is some cardstocky stuff. These are, let's see, what do I want? What do I want? This will work. I like this. This is very good. I like this. Okay. Oh, I remember what I gotta do. Okay. So, friends, here's what I gotta do. I gotta, if I do it this way, right? Okay. Yes. All right, the first thing I'm gonna do is flip this over and draw my line on the other side. Oh, stop moving. Stop moving. Okay. Here, I'm going to show you the thing that I got to do in just a second. Look, I got all these pens and pencils here because I cleaned my desk. All right, so we got a high schooler who is about to graduate. He is definitely excited that he has no more school and the boys will continue going. From what I understand, the 6th grader is going to be done before the 9th grader. 9th grader might be a little salty about that. It's possible. Okay. There's that. Okay. So here's what I got to do. That's what I was trying to tell you. So first of all, this isn't even a straight line. So let's fix that. And I am just going to, what am I going to do? Yeah, what am I going to do? Let's see. Line this up. I'm using this mat as, like, for its intended purpose and measuring with it. But not like real measuring because I don't actually care what the numbers are. Just want a straight line. Okay, so there's that. What? Da-da-da. Okay. Now, here's the other thing I'm doing. I've got green. Green. Hello, green. Okay. So since this is a green journal and I'm trying to use different colors other than vintage photo, partially because I need to, I think, refill my vintage photo. I think it just needs a rest. It's like, okay, give me a minute. All right. There's a reason I was starting that. Okay. So this is going to go on here, right? So this inside line, it's going to go on here like this for a reason, because if I were to put this whole piece across, then when I fold it, it's going to be really hard for it to find a place for all this stuff in the middle to go. So if I separate it into 2 pieces and I have, you know, started a little beside the crack. Let me go ahead. This is what I'll do. I'm going to show you a thing. Here's the crack, which is fine because I was going to ink it anyway. So this is where the crack is. That hopefully will help. Also, I found out, like, I came up with I'm wicked clever, she said, humbly. I came up with an idea. Okay, so because I'm going to be lining this up and giving it a little bit of space so that it'll fold close nicely, because you see the problems I'm having already with trying to fold it this way, right, with the papers coming up and stuff. It does similar stuff in the middle on the inside. So because I'm going to be using this side and I won't be able to ink it after I glue it down, I'm going to ink it now. Ink it, ink it, ink it. Ink it. Okay, so there. That is inked. Now I can glue to about here. And then I will, once I'm done gluing to about here, I'll stick it on. That's the length. That's the That's the length, breadth, and width of it, I guess. That's the whole situation. All right, so we've got kids that are going to be finishing up their school year soon. And let me tell you, youngest child is super, super excited. To be doing that. Oh, guys, I knew there was a big thing. I knew there was a big thing, friends. So guess what? We got both our doses of COVID vaccine. We are vaccinated. We're not at the 2-week mark yet, where, you know, whatever, it's effective. But we did the parts that we could do, and now we wait until the 2 weeks are up. So that's exciting. I think. I'm excited about it. And then we took the oldest has his own place and does his own thing. We don't take him for shots anymore. We never took him for shots in the first place. Oldest child used to live with his mom in Minnesota. Don't you know? So, he's a transplant, but he did get a shot before we did, which was awesome. And my husband and I got ours done through the VA, which is good. And we're done. And it was so funny. The lady was like, "This is gonna hurt." Let me make sure I'm still filming, because this is comedy gold, friends. Lady was like, "This is gonna hurt." My husband's like, "What are you... Why would you say it like that?" And she was talking to me when she said it. And he was like, "Aren't you supposed to say, like, you'll feel a little pinch?" So when it came to his turn, she was like, "You're going to feel a little pinch." But let me tell you, she was right. It hurt. And that's fine. It just did. And I was happy for her to have told me that it was going to. Give me just a second. I got a cough. I've got pollen. We've got pollen everywhere. Everywhere. And let me tell you, the pollen has my car turned yellow. My car is not yellow. My car's gray. But it has a nice golden dusting on it. Okay. Now, I'm going to cough again. That's what's going to happen now. Get a tickle in my throat, and then I know. That's it. All right. Whoops. Now, apparently I missed that side, and apparently I missed this side. Dun, da, da, da. On your mark, get set, go. Okay. All right, remember how I said I was going to use washi? Well, I was talking about now. Right now. Oh, okay. So here's the thing. I had a ton of socks, and they're all thin material. That I got myself a pack of socks. I didn't like them. They're too, like, plasticky and basically do nothing to help if your feet are sweaty. They just kind of, like, hold it for you, I guess. So they're not my favorite because I end up with wet feet, and that, squishy feet is bad. I told you that to tell you this. These socks that I haven't been wearing, I cut them into loops. Now, when I was younger, my mom got us a weaving loom kit, and she got us all these pieces of sock. And you weave them. You can weave them on your fingers. You can weave them on your weaving loom, make pot holders and stuff, right? So I made a ton of these. Look, I got this one too. And that's what I put around these to hold them for right now. I don't plan on using them like to give away as like journal holders. And they're clean. I washed them, and I stopped wearing them a long time ago because they made my feet squishy. Anyway, they are awesome. Look, I've got this. It's holding my washies that I use so that I know which ones I use because I'm a weirdo. Okay. Anyway, I wanted to show you that because these are awesome for holding things and they're very easy to make. And I think they might work better than like hair elastics just because hair elastics tend to stretch out and stuff pretty easily, in my opinion. Depends on the hair elastic, obviously. And like rubber bands dry out, so I was thinking maybe these would be a good way to go. Okay. It was coming unglued. And I know the feeling, so I helped it. I'm funny. Alright. I keep telling my husband we should like videotape our conversations. Because we amuse the snot out of me. I think we would amuse other people too. Who knows? I think we're hilarious. Alright. Let's see. COVID vaccine. So, the boys are half vaxxed. We are fully vaxxed. And youngest child is not in the age limit that is able to get vaccines yet. So, we have to wait for his. He is the most pumped that school is over for the year. I just glue that down because I want it to definitely hold. I want there to be no question, so I make it so there's no question. Ta-da! Okay. So, and this is helping me use my washi tapes and my scraps. It's awesome. All right. And like once we're done, you're not going to be able to see that this is a book page sandwich cover. Because that's all it is. I just took a book page and I squeezed it in between some collages. So, like, you won't even know. You won't even know. Okay. So now I'm folding it again. And now because this has place to move out, this tape can move out, it won't bunch up in the middle like it would have. Watch it bunch up in the middle for me right now. Because I said it won't. Alright. There's the cover. How are we doing? How are we doing? Still recording. Good, good. We still got time. Alright. This is good. I am going to have to go through and glue some of these down because they are ungluing, it seems. Alright. Not all of them, though. That's good. Okay. Cover's not done yet. We still got some work to do on this. Stop coming unglued. I understand. I know the feeling. I have felt like I was coming unglued many times, especially during this pandemic. Oh, we're just all going to come up now, huh? Follow the leader, you bunch of lemmings. You don't have to come up just because your friend did. It's okay. All right. There's that. Okay, so now we're going to take it. Now we've got a beautiful cover. I'll put something on the front in a minute. In a minute. In a minute. Do you guys remember that? It was in between. There was an in a minute. And it was in between the shows on one of the channels. In a minute. In a minute. In a minute. I'm using my 1/4 inch on my Crocodile corner chomper. And I should be using it one at a time on the corners because they're not perfectly lined up. Ta-da! And now we're going to use it on this corner. And let's see if we can chomp it. Oh, yeah, that bit it off pretty easily, actually. Okay, I've never tried to go through that many, so that was a fun surprise. All right, now, here's the thing. What did I do? I stuck my paper in the ink pad. All right, so I've got these little daubers. These little guys. And they are just felt on a piece of wood that I got at the dollar store. Yeah, I paid $1 for a bunch of little stick nubs. But I'm okay with that, and here's why. They work very well for daubers. But I haven't decided yet if I need to like if roughing up the felt pads makes them hold ink easier, or if it makes it worse. Like, I'm not really sure yet. I've been experimenting. I've been roughing them up with my sanding block, and then going back and cutting some of the super long fibers and trying to make it kind of more matted. So I don't know. There's no logic. It's just, let's see if this will work. My lizard brain, my squirrel brain is like, let's play with this. And I'm like, okay. I'm just along for the ride, friends. Alright, so it's been like, I don't know, at least a month since I've posted. Oh no, you know what? I posted, I think, after we had the birth in the family. So that was in March. Never mind. I don't know. I'm like, losing my mind. I'm coming unglued. All right. So I'm using this still for now. So I've got my edges inked. I'm going to just put this under there for a minute. Sit and stay. Now, I've got these. And I am going to take these and I am going to bring my ink back out. And, oh no, you know what I'm going to do first? Here's what I'm going to do. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to ink this. I'm going to show you. Ready? Okay. All right. So there's this. Inking and inking. So this is how I'm going to finish it off. And then I'm just going to do a basic pamphlet stitch. But I want to show you what it's going to look like. This is me gluing it on. I'm going to keep going because I've still got 30 minutes left, but I want to make sure that you see the process as much as you can before my phone shuts off or the time runs out or whatever. Okay, let's see. Still going. All right, here's some glue stick, and this is all I do to make the writing spots. Glue it down. These are just, I'm going to make a bunch of these now because I need more, and because, no, mostly because I need more. There's like no and. I need more of these so I can make more books. Pretty simple. Okay. So then these go all together. And then they go in the cover. And then they get pamphlet stitched in. And then you end up with these. So let me... I'm running away. Evidently. Alright, I'm looking for pictures. So I'm going through use it up stuff. So you know what? I really like this as a stark difference from the background. I got this from Liz for a Day. I did like a few ephemera swaps and stuff when I first started junk journaling. And then, like, do I want it on this side or do I want it on this side? This side, I think. Because it looks like it's part of it, but it also looks like it's not. So this is a cluster that we did a cluster swap, I believe. Anyway. Vaccines. Let's see. And then we had the 18-year-old had his birthday. And I don't know. We haven't done a whole lot. We keep getting thrown in quarantine for school. Like, our quarantines are going to stop for the summer, I believe, which makes me happy. And also, once youngest child gets vaccinated, they'll be done too. Or whatever, however that it works. But, like, man, every time we got back from a quarantine this year, we'd end up in another one. I'm just holding this on here because it will want to leave. I'm going to try to leave. Sorry about that. My throat's tickly again. Alright, so there's that. And then I like to put a writing label on it. Preferably a blank one. I'm just looking at my pile of odds and ends while I listen to the sweeper go by. Because why not? Why not? Let's see. Come here, you. What are you? What are you? This. Too blue. Too blue. Alright, let's see. I got other labels. I'm gonna smush this. Smushy smush. Smushy smushy smush. There. Making sure all the corners are down. Bindy, bork, 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 bork. Okay. Now that I'm done being the Swedish chef, I have all my full books of like labels and stuff are all in front of me so I can use them. That's too big. That's too big. That's the one. I really like that. Let's see now. Whoops. Let me hit stuff. Okay. I'm gonna ink it. Because I love to ink. Let's see. Oh, Charles Grodin passed away. He was like a big figure in my like childhood. I watched Beethoven a ton of times. But Charles Grodin was also in The Great Muppet Caper, and that was one of the movies we watched all the time as well. And then now I am actually going to grab this and this. And here's why. I'll show you in a second. Okay, so I'm going to ink this up. Nope, I already inked it up. I am going to glue this up. I'm going to put it on here. I'm going to take this. I'm going to ink it, or glue it here. Whole thing, glue. Glue, glue, glue. Glue. Smush it with my smusher. And now, when I cut it out, it's going to be a little thicker. It's going to have a little more dimension. And I can just follow the green inked lines that I made. How cool is that? I'm going to ink it again in a second now that I've got extra layers on it. My scissors. Why are you going wonky right now, scissors? This was not the plan. Yeah, Charles Grodin and Miss Piggy and the Great Muppet Caper. That's like primarily where I knew Charles Grodin from. But he's been in a bunch of stuff over time, so. But he was 86, and I had no idea that he was that. Like, it makes sense that he was 86, but, who knew? Like, I can see it, but I wouldn't have guessed it. If some, you know, when I found out, I was surprised. Guess that says it all, doesn't it? Okay, so now I'm going to ink this again as soon as I stop throwing stuff around and knocking stuff over, just to make sure that I've got a nice crisp green edge, not a nice crisp white edge. Do, 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 do. Oh, I love it. I love it. My hands with the, because I've been gluing and picking stuff up. My hands are a little tacky, friends. Tacky. Because I'm tacky. Okay. Cover. Look, it's a cover. Looks just like one. Alright, cover's done. Now, remember how I told you I need more of these things? That's what we're going to do. We're going to make some more of these things. We're going to check, make sure we're still... Hey, we are still recording. Look at that, friends. Okay. Now, I started gluing stuff down. I know. And I started gluing... Like... Okay, this will be fine. No, I don't want to use this one for this. I'll use some of this one for this. That sounds good. Because I did say I'm using scraps, but like... Let's do this. Whoops, see? It's breaking. It's very crunchy. That piece is very, very crunchy. Alright, let's see. So I've got this here. I made a little template because I got frustrated, and then I backed it on paper so that it would be better. Because... Okay. One... Because it wasn't thick enough, and I may have to back it again, but we'll see. 1 and 2. So each of these books needs 12 spaces to write. I mean, obviously you could put in blank paper instead of the book pages, and then you wouldn't have to go through this in order to get writing space. But part of what I was doing was realizing that I have all these littler scraps that would make great writing spaces, but that they're just too small to use for like making pages unless I scrap together some pages. So this is, I mean, this is my solution to that, I guess. So you need 12 of them. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So there's 5. Let's see what I've got for papers in here, because I grabbed a bunch. I thought. Well, this will work. See what we can get out of this. And this is pretty much what I do. I'm just like, let's see what I can get out of here. This piece. etc. Let's see. And this piece is good. And this piece should be good. Okay. So. I'm going to cut this out because I really like this. It's a quilted stamp. And I don't remember having this quilted stamp. It's possible I do. But it's neat and I want to use it. So I'm gonna put it over here for now. Okay. Here's my template. Oh, perfect. Perfect. All right, graduation. I'm going through my list in my head now of things I want to talk about. Graduation and vaccinations and graduations. Oh, at the beginning of the month, 18-year-old had prom. That was fun. Now this is just a little smaller than the edge here, but I'm not gonna care on purpose. Because I'm using scraps, so why get mad if it's not quite right when I'm using scraps? Okay, so there's a couple. There's 3. And we got about 15 minutes left. That's lovely. Are we still recording? Look at us go. Oh. I can't remember when this happened either, but I went to my doctor's and apparently my cholesterol was like in the 700s. My lipids, triglycerides, I don't know, some bad number was a bad number. So I'm on cholesterol meds now. Which I've been on cholesterol meds before, but then I forgot to take them or stopped taking them or both. And like, I'm going to cut these out now so I can get rid of some of the scrap paper out of the way. But like the highest it had been before was in the 200s, I want to say. And this time it was like 700 something. So normal's like 150, I think. I think 150 is like the high end of normal. Could be wrong. Could be messing all these numbers up, but I know my bad one was 700 something. So that was discouraging. But now I'm taking medication again, and I'm still kind of keeping an eye on my diet and stuff. So we'll see what happens. I got to do another blood work in I don't know, like 6 weeks, 8 weeks, something like that. Should probably look. I think no, it wouldn't be on my paperwork for my last visit because it happened after I had that visit. So I got the blood work back after. Anyway, I'm just babbling about my blood work because why not? I guess. Poor you. Okay. Where are we at? We got 10 minutes and we're still recording. I have to keep checking because I'm paranoid. How many do I have now? I have no idea. Lost count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I'm one shy. That's okay. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to cut. Why are these ones so... Okay. So I'm going to cut this one all up now and have some ready for the next batch that I make. That's what I'm going to do. Okay. So, yes, the 18-year-old had prom and he looked very, very nice. Dressed up, cut his hair. He was very excited about it. I call it a promenation, not him going to prom. what they did. They had prom, but like, how do you have prom in a pandemic? I wish they had done something that, like, instead of prom, not tried to keep doing prom. But that's my opinion on it. So anyway, they had a good time. And the friend that he went with, like, it sounds like our family has a lot in common with their family. So that's kind of cool. So maybe we can be friends, which obviously probably is not what the 18-year-old wants. He's probably like, if he heard me say that, like, let me be friends with her family. Like, because I'm embarrassing, you know, I'm mom. Moms are embarrassing. An eldest child swung by the other day, which was nice. He swung by on the 18-year-old's birthday to give him his present. And met his girlfriend. She seems very nice. It was a very quick. I was under the impression that he wanted to duck and cover and run away as soon as he could. But we, you know, youngest child got to see him. It was nice that he stopped by. And my sister stopped by the other day, and my nieces were there, and I love them so much. Okay. I needed one more for this, so I'm going to do that. Then I'm going to put these over with the other pieces that I was working on here. Oh, I'll do this. I'll put the template with them. Look at me having things organized. I don't know what dimension we're in, but it's a weird one. Okay. If you're interested, I've got a Facebook group. It's pretty cool there. And the people in it are cool. And you can share your craft projects. It's not just limited to junk journaling, though that's pretty much what I work on. It's whatever craft. I've got painters, mixed media artists, writers. That's not so much craft as it is work, but they're different. I think it depends on how you do it too. I got all sorts of forms of creativity in my group. Wicked Crafty Mom on Facebook. You are welcome to join. I have missed doing these, but I also have not, like, I needed a minute away. I kind of crashed pretty hard, and when I crashed, something had to give. So everything gave, actually. I got out of bed, hung out downstairs. That was where I could be at. So now I'm just inking everything because that would be my next step. Okay, so I'm inking around the edges, trying not to be shy about the ink, getting a good amount on my dauber, which, believe it or not, helps. Somebody's mowing their lawn or doing street sweeping on the sidewalk now. I can't escape. I can't escape it. Alright, that side's done. Now, oh, this is the thing I wanted to show you. This is the thing. Okay, check this out. Right? If you got a glue book, on your mark, get set, ink. It reinforces the page, if you hang it off the edge like that or line it up with the edge, it reinforces the edge of the page while you are inking, so you can get a nice crisp outline. And it works so well, which is awesome, because you can do it like this too. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, my husband woke up. I'm wondering if it's because of the street sweepers or because I'm running my face hole. Guess we'll find out. All right. So that was the wicked good idea that I had. I was using for a while a ruler to put underneath, but this is so much more convenient and it's so much easier. See how quick it's going? Wicked quick. Doo-doo-doo. So, oops, let's turn it a little bit, see if we can get some more ink off here. There's that. And this. And some of that. You remember those Bugs Bunny cartoons where, like, somehow he'd end up in a boxing ring with Elmer Fudd, and then the ref would be like, you know, here are the rules. There's no, you know, below the belt. There's no hitting in the head. There's no whatever. And he'd make a list, and then Bugs Bunny would turn around and he'd be like, so none of this. And then he'd hit him, and he'd be like, how about this? And then he'd like punch him in the stomach. Like, I don't know why I thought of that. Bugs Bunny beating up on Elmer Fudd, but none of this, none of that, some of this, none of that. You just like beat the snot out of him, pretend he was following the rules, and the ref would always be like, yeah, exactly. I know, Elmer Fudd's the bad guy, but I always feel bad for the guy. Like, we all know people who just can't get out of their own way, and I feel like that's kind of Elmer Fudd's story. All right, and these are all inked. Look how pretty. Oops, yep, nope, this is all inked too. Oops, yeah, no, I got the right line there. Okay, good. We're good there. Now, got 3 minutes left. How are you excited are you that you're going to spend the next 3 minutes watching me ink? Guys, make me ink. Okay. It does get your craft mat a little bit yucky. If you are concerned about yucky craft mat, maybe this isn't the way to go, or maybe put something under it. That's easy enough. Ta-da! See, now this one I should be able to just do because it's thicker. But the floppy papers, it works really well for floppy papers. I don't even know if I'm on camera. I hope I've been on camera this whole time. I do hate wondering about that. Whee! Okay. So, I feel like I had so many things I wanted to talk about. Oh, got my dining room cleaned. I've got the table is cleaned and the floor is cleaned, which is my craft room and the dining room and my office. It's a multi-purpose room. So that's pretty cool. I'm gonna go now because all I'm doing is inking and yakking. But thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you again on my next video. Bye!